think I finally have had enough time that I can talk about Wednesday now. The Nasdaq on Wednesday was the destroyer of all things for me. Let's get into the P&L recap. Unless you were living under a rock on Wednesday, you would know that the mark, or not a trader. If you didn't trade, well, then you wouldn't know or care. But if you were a trader, the market did nothing but go straight freaking down at open on Wednesday. And I got caught bad in that. As a matter of fact, that is the biggest single losing money day for me ever. Ever. That is my biggest loss that I have ever taken on funded accounts on Wednesday. And I just didn't see it coming. There it is. I did not see this massive sell off coming. There was nothing in the prior 12 hours to tell me that this was fixing to happen. Maybe you guys saw this coming. Maybe you guys were even able to capitalize on it. I hope you were, because there was 200 points of down of short money to be made. I just didn't. There was nothing in this chart that tells me that this is going to happen. We had done nothing but go up. Yes, there was a pullback. This was like a 50 or a 70 point sell off that immediately got bought right back up. And that only, in my mind anyway, reaffirmed that we are going to continue higher. So the market opens. This is literally the first freaking minute and it does this. So I get in long in this somewhere. I get in long actually on a red candle that was green at the time. I thought, okay, well this is the sell-off. We're coming back into this support level, and now we're going to bounce and run up to the heavens. So in this debacle, I lost a 150K E-valve that was $85 from passing. I lost a 150K PA that had $4,000 on it. I lost another 150K that had $8,100 in it. That one hurt. Oh, what's that? What about my little 50K, you ask? Well, first of all, let's talk about two scenarios that are both the same. One makes me look like an idiot. One makes me look like a jackass. But they both have the same outcome. So I scaled down. I only have 2 contracts. Okay? This happens so quick. And all I'm hearing is anyway. As all of this comes crashing down, Quan Tower starts ringing like a freaking church bell of all the accounts that are getting popped. Ping, ping. Oh, it's painful. So I hang on to this all the way down to this bottom pivot. I can't do anything. There is literally nowhere to scalp and scale my way out. Yes, I could have hit the eject button, could have set a stop, could have not traded it, could have been short. Well, I did none of those things, right? I am in long with 2. We hit the bottom, and now I start scalping my way, right? I am bailing water here at the bottom. So the way that I scalp, It's eight ticks of take profit. It's automatically on the board as soon as you hit your buy or sell order. Okay? But with being down that far in monies, I had to take the automatic take profit off, and I'm just using the buy and sell on the right side panel of Quantower because I still have two. I carried two freaking contracts all the way from over here to over here. So I am scalping my way out with 5. Okay, so we pop up right here, and in hindsight, ladies and gentlemen, I should have got out right here. I got back to being down $1,200 right here. Should have just taken the $1,200 L, and I thought long and hard about it. Still wish I would have at this point. I don't. I wait, and then as it turns this corner, rolls back up, I get back in with 5, and then we had this freaking nasty little rug pull again. And on the tick chart, this was instantaneous. Like this pullback right here, or pullback or sell off. It's actually a sell off. This was like a 30-point sell off, right? So I eat 20 freaking points of this to this neckline, and I finally panic out. I hit flatten all, which takes me out of all 7 contracts. That's a mistake. If I was going to hold all this, I was going to hang on to 2. I'll get to that in a second. But that I hit the flatten all button. Takes me out of everything. It sells back down, and it never makes a new low. It never comes down here and hits the pivot. But with the 5 on, I just lost another $2,000 right there. 5 contracts, 20 points. That's like $2,000. That hurt. That freaking hurt. And then as it comes back up, it starts making new highs. Well, now I don't have my 2 contracts anymore. So I start scalping, and I scalp my way up. As we crack through this neckline, the level of upset anger is immense in me, because as we crack through that, I know now that this is the reversal that I have been waiting on all this time, and now I can't ride it all the way back up because I don't have the 2 contracts on anymore. So mad. So mad. But I continue to scalp, and if I would have just set the 5 and let them go, this would be a much different scenario. If I would have still had the 2, it would have been a much different scenario. Because as it cracks through this, well, now I was about 90% sure that we were coming here. Coming to this pivot, coming back to 500. Such a debacle. Such a bad series of decisions for me on Wednesday. Without further ado, negative 27.96. And the reason why I said there was 2 options to that story. One, option A is, well, I made a mistake. I lost $2,800 on Wednesday. Well, that's the net total of the story, but it doesn't paint the picture of how I got there. And I like to actually tell y'all what happened, to explain what happened, be open and honest about being a freaking idiot, being a moron, because that was not smart. That was not smart. But crap happens so fast. So fast. And then you couple that with what has already happened, and I'm thinking, oh, this is just a this is just a pullback. This is just a sell-off. It's gonna come right back. Nope. Not Not the case at all. You know, this was 30 minutes, 200 points in 30 minutes. Um, anyway, so there's a couple of things here to note. So I did some math, and at my biggest winning day on this account so far. And another thing, that's 11 freaking days, well, 10 freaking days of solid green days, and literally all it takes is one dumb trade to ruin it, right? Yes, it's not ruined. Yes, I got very lucky, but that is so frustrating to put 10 solid days together and still almost shoot yourself in the foot. That's a bad deal. So, 1388 is my biggest winning day, which means I need it 4600 and some change to be below the 30% uh, profit threshold. Biggest winning day has to be less than 30% of your total account. I am going to make that, and then we'll jump into today's P&L. I don't have the rest of this data. I scaled down. This is only 2 contracts, 8 ticks at a time to get to 288. We made that. I passed 3 more evals today, 3 more 50K evals, and I am at 6,000 on a 150K account, and we will see if we can't reset this and get something going for the second pay period in uh, April. That's such a that hurt, guys. I'm not gonna lie. That yesterday was 12, 4, 8, and 3 is 15. That is a $15,000 loss yesterday in funded accounts. It's not great. That's not great. And they're not span over 20 accounts. That's, 4. That's a bad deal. The silver lining here is I didn't lose the account. It's above the threshold, and there is 5322 in there. Yeah. So yeah, there's 5322 in there. So that will still get me to pay out. That's all in all an awesome stretch of 12 days traded for me, with the exception of the 11th day. But I'll take it. Um, and all I can do is learn from this and do better next time. I am still more than ever convinced now that you can take a 50K, you can take 150K, and run it to the freaking heavens, right? Um, there's no reason why I can't turn around and do this again. I did this and not this past trading week was a tough week to trade, and I still did really really good in it until I lost sight of being cautious. Uh, I actually on Wednesday I was convinced we were going up. I normally don't carry like a bias into the open. I kind of let the day play out as it may. I was convinced. I was convinced we were going up, and I played it that way, and I got it wrong, and I got scorched for it. So, um, there it is. I hope you all have an awesome Easter. Um, and as always, I appreciate you tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Take care.